Really? Really? Bro, I don't even know where to start, man. Whew! I don't even know where to start with this team, bro. So, Bengals were clearly shut out 20-0 in a home opener, right? And just when we think that just when you thought that that's the worst part, I thought the worst part of my weekend was, Hurricane Irma. But apparently, the Bengals are actually worse this weekend than the Hurricane. I can't even believe that. But let's check this out, bro. Let me try to put my thoughts into perspective, because I really can't right now. But let's start off with Andy Dalton, bro. Now, you guys know I initially was kind of skeptical of Andy when I first started this. Then he kind of won me over in 2015, right? But bro, I've even seen people who are Dalton supporters trashing this man. This is exactly what Andy Dalton was today. That's exactly what he was. Hello, Andy Dalton. How you doing today? Pretty good? Okay. Yeah, you and the offensive line together. That's both of you guys. But anyway, let's talk about Andy's numbers, man, because this is ridiculous. The dude's quarterback rating was 28.5. 28.5. Dude threw for 170 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, not 4 touchdowns. Oh, 4 interceptions and 0 touchdowns. Now, I understand the offensive line was trash, but this is the thing. We expected the offensive line to be trash, didn't we? We thought that they would be a little bit better than people thought. But, that was more so of an optimistic kind of thing. We knew Cedric he was trash. Come on now. We knew he was trash. We thought it was the stupidest idea in the world when they decided to make him a left tackle. But, we tried to buy into what these guys were doing. But not even just them. The entire offensive line was trash. Trash, bro. Trash. And, this is the worst thing. The worst part about it is that the defense actually came to play. You're talking about Joe Flacco only throwing for 120-something yards. That's ridiculous. 120 yards, right? And so then, a lot of people are going to say, the offensive line was the reason that, Andy Dalton. Come on, bro. Did you see the man threw? Did you see the last interception the man threw? Sorry about that. I got cut off. Come on, bro. He threw it right to Jimmy Smith. Let's just be real now. Cedric he didn't throw that interception. And then he had the early in the game. He had 4 of them, bro. Some of them were tipped. Well, that's true. But don't you think if they were tipping, you start to realize that maybe I shouldn't be throwing the ball right next to the line. Come on, man. You can't put that on. You can't really put that on anybody else other than Andy. And then when I was really done, bro, when I was really done with being on the Andy train, on 4th down, you're the leader of this team, bro. On 4th down, you decide to throw the ball away? It's not even about that. It's not even about that, if you would have made the play or not. It's the fact that you're the leader of this team and you gave up, bro. You gave up, bro. Come on, man. Cedric he was trash. Everybody was trash. This whole offense was trash. Come on, man. 0 points, dog. 0 points. And don't get me wrong. I said that, the Ravens defense might be somewhat overrated. They were a pretty good team, but come on, man. Those turnovers, though, bro, in our own red zone area. Come on, man. You can't put that on them. And then Zampese. Oh, my God. Zampese, bro. Really? On 3rd and 1, you're going to decide to throw the ball. Really? You're going to decide not to put Joe. Zampese is terrible, bro. He's terrible. He's very terrible. But, I just really, the optimism was definitely sucked out of our fan base with this game. I think that there has to be changes that are made, obviously. I think that you have to play Joe Mixon more, throw Gio in more. You have to actually have some sort of offense, man. It just felt like The offense was all over the place. You didn't really use Tyler Eifert. Like, AJ Green was involved, but who else was? You threw to Tyler Boyd one time. Come on, man. Like, it's just ridiculous, man. Those were really my thoughts. I really couldn't. I can't really remember, and that's the thing. Andy ended up having 5 turnovers, bro. Cedric Ogbuehi is true garbage. That's very true. He's true garbage. The entire line is garbage, though. Like, honestly, Cedric Ogbuehi needs to be replaced with Andre Smith. That needs to happen. If it doesn't happen in the next game, I don't know what Marvin Lewis is thinking. And honestly, bro, like, a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's just offensive line. Bro, Andy Dalton, I mean, if he goes out there and throws 2 picks, bro, I would not be mad to see A.J. McCarron in there. Actually, I want to see A.J. McCarron in there just to see if it's that bad with him in there. Just so I can say, okay, well, maybe it isn't all Andy. But, bro, some of those picks today that he threw, some of those passes, he threw one to LaFell that was on like a 3rd down behind him. He missed Cody Core on a touchdown. Those weren't from pressure or anything like that. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and try to make excuses for Dalton, bro. Like, he did not ball out. Like, he did the opposite of balling out. He had the worst game of his career. The worst game of his career, bro. And the offensive line was trash. We knew that, though. We knew that the offensive line wasn't going to be that good. We knew that. So, my thoughts are basically that the Bengals, like I said, they need to replace Cedric Ogbuehi. They definitely, and I try to tell people about Jake Fisher that he wasn't that good either. But people just assume that since he was better than Cedric Ogbuehi that he was somewhat good. That's a bad judge. That's a bad person to judge something by. But hopefully they can get this offensive line together. I honestly, man, like if we go out next week against the Texans and Andy throws 2 picks, you got to pull him, bro. You got to pull him. And I've defended Andy for a long time. I've criticized him when he's wrong. But, bro, that wasn't just all the offensive line, bro. That's just my thoughts. It definitely was a combination of offensive line, Andy Dalton, and Zampese's lack of play calling, which was horrible. But it was just I don't feel like either part had more of the blame. It was just all a recipe for disaster, bro. And that's just how I feel about it. Congrats to the Ravens. They played a hell of a game, at least, I guess, on defense, not really on offense. Shout out to our defense, man. The only person that I was really upset with on defense was Darqueze Dennard, but the defense played a great game, so you can't really be mad at them. They did what they had to do. Majority of the points that were scored were because of our turnovers, so it's really like we, in a sense, helped the Ravens because we turned the ball over so much. And it was just Marvin Lewis too, bro. Like, how can you be down 20-0 in the 3rd quarter and you're gonna punt? Come on, man. Like, that just sends the wrong message, bro. And for this to be the opening week, the first home opener in since what, 2009, 2010, and you got, former Bengals being honored, and this is what you do, bro? This is how y'all come out? Come on, man. We as fans, man, we've been through so much, bro, and it's so frustrating to want to back guys like Andy Dalton and his coaching staff and the offensive line, and for them to go out and do this, like, come on, bro. Like, I'm not saying that they should have kept Witt or anything like that. I still think they made the right move in terms of getting rid of Witt and not paying them that much money, but you still should have tried to address, I guess, the offensive line in some sort of nature. Like, you still have a chance to do it. Oh, yeah, I agree with that, bro. Woodhead was eating us alive. Oh, my God. Woodhead was going in on Vigil, bro. Like, we're low-key lucky that he kind of got hurt because, yeah, he was definitely making plays off jump, Eugene, for sure. Bro, it was almost like when we played him on the Chargers. It was pretty ridiculous out there. And that's the thing, bro. Like, the one thing, even though, and I'm not a huge Nick Vigil fan or whatever, he did have the interception. That was definitely key, but he messed up on a couple of plays, man. Like, Woodhead was killing him. Bro. Oh yeah, exactly, Allen. Like, and that should be elementary. Like Zampezi, if you see your quarterback getting killed, you might want to put an extra tight end out there just to help him. You might want to try to put somebody in the backfield to help block for him on the shotgun. Like, come on, man, come on, bro. I think like I'm not saying that Marvin Lewis is gonna get fired, but I think if anybody gets fired or replaced early, it's gonna be Ken Zampezi. Possibly it's either that or you have to bench Dalton. Either one. I agree, Bray. Andre definitely needs to be the starting left tackle. I don't know why we keep doing this, but like this can't be like last year, bro. How many times are we going to have to throw Cedric Ogbuehi out there to know that he's trash? To know that he's trash. So, I mean, hopefully they stew over this. They make the right adjustments. I don't think John Ross fixes this, bro. I don't think it's that easy that John Ross just comes in and, you know, it's a wrap or whatever. But, bro, Aries, all right, basically what happened, bro, is every time the Bengals got the ball and started to get into the red zone, they turned it over. Whether it was an interception, whether it was, Cedric Ogbuehi whiffing on a tackle and then Andy Dalton fumbling a pass. It was just every time we got in the red zone, bro, they turned the ball over. It wasn't that the offense couldn't move or anything. To me, it was horrible, bro. It was honestly the worst opening performance or offensive performance that I literally have ever seen in Bengals history. There's no way that you can give Andy Dalton a getaway card with this, bro. Bad offensive line or not, you can't do it. Like, look at Russell Wilson last year. He was getting murdered, bro. He never went out in a game and had 5 turnovers. How can you literally with a straight face say that somebody with 5 turnovers wasn't to blame for that? They touched the ball every 5 of those times, bro. Come on, man. Did I hear the boos? Nah, I really wish that I could. The only time I heard that people cheered were when they actually introduced the legends, which is pretty bad, man. Like, come on, man. And then you just take Joe Mixon out the game, though? Really? We're really taking Joe Mixon out the game. Why can't, if you have 3 talented running backs, and I'm not an offensive coordinator, I don't have coaching experience, I've played football before, but why wouldn't you throw Giovanni Bernard and Joe Mixon onto the field at the same time? Wouldn't that make sense? But anyway, man, you guys leave your comments, subscribe, like, let me know how y'all feeling. Obviously, I'm frustrated. I'm not thinking that the season is over. Don't get it twisted. I'm just really upset with how flat we came out, how the Ravens offense outside of Jeremy Maclin getting off on Darqueze Dennard, who is trash, who is very trash. It just cemented today that he was trash. Well, maybe he's not trash, he's just slow and his instincts suck, but they gave him $8 million, which was pretty stupid because you could have spent that on a left tackle or a guard or whatever. But he's not that good, bro. He's not that good. Not that good enough for you to exercise his $8 million contract or whatever. But like I said, before I go off on this tangent, make sure you guys subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking. I don't think that we're gonna, necessarily have a horrible season, but I really want to see what and how they react next week. And just positives from the Bengals offense, even though it was very minimal. AJ Green still had a good game as usual. Joe Mixon showed me something. Giovanni Bernard had a good game. But yeah, man, I'm gonna have to see AJ McCarron if this continues, bro. I'm just being real, and we'll have to see how things go. But hopefully we can get this win against the Texans. But I'm cautiously optimistic because the Texans definitely have a way better defense and edge rush than what we saw today. So, or maybe not full defense, so I don't want to take any credit away from the Ravens, but they're edge rushers. We're talking about J.J. Watt. We're talking about all those guys, Merciless, and of course, everybody over there. So, yeah, make sure you guys comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're thinking. We're all pissed. But, yeah, do y'all think that Andy Dalton should be the quarterback still? Do y'all think that it's just the offensive line? Is it the coaching staff? What is it, man? Let me know. All right, you guys be easy.